But
I think it's because, Mark, of people like you, because they can tell that lie and you'll sit up there and even like I don't
Defend
understand.
it.
This is what saddens me, bro. Like if I was that dude that you could watch me get killed on TV like that and actually have a defense for it. That's what's sad. Like it doesn't matter
I'm
whether you're a
not
Democrat or whether you're
defending
a
I don't think
Republican.
anybody's defending it. I don't think anybody's
I mean,
defending
we
it.
if we
Plenty
go
of
back
what
to the
people are.
we're
beginning of this
saying
conversation, if we
is
go, hold on, listen, let me finish, Mark. If we go back to the beginning of this conversation, you had plenty of defense for these guys. I mean, the story, what you saw and the story you were telling was way different than what was happening, and that's I can't understand that. Like, I don't understand how you
no,
see it.
no.
Mark, listen, hold on, let me finish. I don't understand how we look at the exact same thing, and I see a guy getting murdered, and you tell me it's somebody breaking the law and not doing the procedure, or he should. I don't get that, bro. Like, I mean, that was flat out
It's
wrong. Like, it
perception.
shouldn't be no defense. And if all of us had that
Perception.
same, hold on, listen, Mark. If all of us had that same ideology, like, okay, no matter what, that was wrong, then they couldn't lie to us like that. But if when they tell that big lie and then you come out and you got well, it was 3 seconds and then the 1 second between, then that's what that muddies the waters. That's what muddies the water. And like I said, what's sad about it, because I don't have no side. If I was that dude, man, that's tragic, man, that y'all would sit here and be arguing over whether I got shot to death, whether I just got murdered in the street, cold blooded. Like that's what that was, cold blood, bro. He didn't have a weapon. You took his gun. And then you put more than one in him. You put a bunch in him.
Yeah.
Come on, man. There's no justification for anything that happened. There was no riot out there. It isn't like there was a fight to
Okay,
break up or anything. It wouldn't even been a
Jello, let
commotion if
me
that
ask you a question.
officer. Hold
Let
on,
me
let
ask
me
you a question.
finish, dude. Let me finish. It wouldn't have even been a commotion if that ICE officer hadn't came over there and pushed that lady down. Was landing the plane in that standard at all?
Oh, hell
Plane
no.
landing?
Yeah, of course not.
No,
If
so
you ask me to land a plane, that bitch crashing.
no,
I
but I
mean,
think
I've
that
asked you to land a plane a million times, and you just keep on. Land that boy, Mark. Just
but
put
I
the
think that's
wheels down, man.
I think that's what we're all saying though, Mark, is that that law enforcement, ICE, everybody like that should is held to a higher standard. So these guys that grabbed that one guy today, pepper sprayed him, and while he was on the ground, face down, and emptied 5 to 8
Okay,
shots
that's a
into him.
lie. That's a lie. That's absolute
What
No,
do you
lie.
mean?
it's not.
So,
Jay,
so
I mean, not
look
Jay.
at
I
the
mean,
video. Look
I
at the
have
video. Look at the video. His
Mark,
feet are up, bro. What did he do? Flip in half?
Mark,
He
Mark.
was not face down
Okay, let's just say he
when he
wasn't
got
face
shot.
down. Okay, let's just say he wasn't face down. He still
Okay.
wasn't a threat, dude. Like he
He was
was
on
not a
his
Doesn't
back.
threat.
matter.
Wait. No, no. Under the rules.
What rules, Mark?
He,
He
there's
wasn't under arrest,
rules.
Mark. What
Okay, wait.
rule of what?
So this
So we're
is
just
Standing in the street?
He was
The
on his
rule of
back
standing
because
in
the
the
cop
street.
pushed him away. Right? There is nothing else that he was supposed to. What is he supposed to do? The cop
He
pushed
was
him.
on
He
his
was
back because they
he
took
was
him down. Like
exactly
4 of them took him down to
correct.
the
He was on.
ground.
He was
Yeah.
on his back, and then one cop went and took his gun, and you can see it in the video. Ran past 2 police cars, and then another
well,
cop just all of a sudden started
we
shooting. That's
can
what happened.
argue. We can argue that.
But that's what
We can
happened. What is there to
disagree.
argue?
Yeah,
This is
that's what
the
I
events that
understand, Mark.
happened in the video.
Because you want to condemn without all the information.
The
I
video
am
is all
not
the information.
saying
That's all
that
you need.
Mark, your
I'm
government officials
I'm
want to vindicate without all the information. Why shouldn't we condemn?
Correct.
Stephen Miller, Christy Nome was doing a press conference vindicating the officer an hour after that. Stephen Miller was all over the
So
internet saying this was a
I'm
dangerous
sitting here
terrorist an
saying
hour after
I'm
that.
not gonna make a decision until I see more information. Is your government is saying this, so you're fucking guilty. That's the
I
problem in this country. That's what this whole discussion is about. You're saying everybody's guilty because they're a different. No, I'm
I
saying
I act I actually
Yeah,
I
sat around
see
for
what
like
I
3
see.
hours.
I don't have enough information. I know how
Yeah,
I
you
was
just went
trained.
down Don't Make
I
Sense
know
Drive.
what the rules are. And I'm not going to condemn anybody until I get more information.
The rules of
You
what?
see boys standing up, shooting people laying down, and you waiting for more information.
Okay, let's
Okay,
What is Section
Mark. I got
33
one.
of the Minnesota Code?
I got one question for you, Mark. Okay. So you want more information? Do you have a problem with the fact that the FBI is not allowing local law enforcement or anybody to do any type of investigation on the Renee Good shooting? They're not even allowing any evidence. You don't have. We just have to take the government at their word, right? That's okay. You're okay with that?
I'm not okay with it completely. However,
What
I
percentage?
am.
Hold on, finish.
I'm like 60-40,
Mm-hmm.
and this is what we have video, and they have
Yeah,
that video.
let's watch.
So I got to ask you this.
And show me where he's attacking the police and he deserves to be shot. Show me, Mark. Show me the point. We're gonna watch, and you just point out where he's attacking the police and he deserves to get shot. Show me. Or he's breaking the law.
Okay.
That's not illegal.
All right. I'm not saying it's illegal.
Okay, I'm saying he hasn't done anything illegal yet. Okay,
Hold
so
on,
this
just wait.
lady, that's the
one.
ICE officer that just pushed him down. He look.
Oh, that was the
Okay,
one.
we're
Then
okay.
he
Now he's getting
pushes the
pepper
ICE
spray.
officer. That's
So his
then
back was to
once
them when
he
they
pushed
grabbed him.
that,
Right. So let me rewind. Let me show me. I'm gonna rewind it. Show me where he pushes the ICE officer, Mark. Show me. We're gonna rewind it again. Since we see different shit. Show me where he pushes him. Where? Let me rewind it again. Fuck it. That's the ICE officer pushing.
Yep.
Okay, he's got his arm. He grabbed his arm.
And then
He's spraying
he pushes back.
Wait, where, Mark? Where was he? Where? Hold on.
Why does he push the women like that in the first place?
Exactly.
So you
That's part of that
understand
good old 3-week ICE training.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what? Wait.
Yes, please.
And
Do you understand what obstruction?
These are border patrol, by the way. It's not ICE that did this.
Okay.
It's supposedly, allegedly, the guy that shot him was a actual training officer that trained other CBP agents in situations like this. So it's wild that he.
So which one of the officers, whatever, border patrol officer, ICE, whatever you want to call them, which one of them's life is in danger right now? I can't see it. Could one of y'all point it out to me? No,
nobody's life is in danger right now.
Okay, so how did somebody get shot 8 times? Hold on. How did somebody get shot 8 times if their life wasn't in danger?
Continue the video. Because right now it's just obstruction.
Right now he's been pepper sprayed and is being beaten by 8 men.
Yeah, beaten and kicked.
This is resisting.
And there we go.
Of course he's resisting. He's confused.
Oh my God.
yeah.
Oh my God.
This is what you don't understand. This is why.
I guess my question is this, Mark. If you agree that that the local law enforcement should be involved in the investigation, and you're 60-40% sure that they should be involved, what do you think the reasoning is as to why they're not?
Because local law enforcement is already 100% convicting him, and local law, absolutely, bro.
Okay, so
the chief of police within minutes went on and said they murdered this guy. As soon as that happens,
they did.
And Mark, and within minutes, you had Bovino and Trump and all them doing the exact same thing. And I can't confirm the chief of police statement that you just said right now. I'll look into that. But what I'm saying is you have the same thing happening with our United States government. You don't have a problem with that?
We're
Look,
we're in a
don't
mode of
want
we did an
quick
internal
judgment.
investigation and we're not guilty.
Right? There's a video, there's literally video, and
But see,
still,
do you understand? He
but
just
this
saw that
is the
video,
thing,
and he saw an
Rashawn,
aggressive
Rashawn.
person. He saw the dude that got killed as being aggressive. He
So
just saw
this
that.
is the thing. I can look at a video and make a judgment based on my experience.
We see.
Right? I've been stabbed. I've had people pull guns on me. I've done CPR 400 times.
Too? You've had your ears stomped together by the police too?
Listen, stop. I make my interpretation on my life experience. Right? You make it on your life experience.
Some stuff, yes, but like clear stuff. Like if I look up at the sky and it's a sunny day, the sky is blue, Mark. If you try to tell me it's red or green or purple, I'm not gonna believe you because I can look up in the sky and see it's fucking blue.
And if we're gonna go off my life experience, hold on. If we're gonna go off my life experience as a black man growing up in America with the police, I'm not trusting the police. So I mean that argument right there, you can throw out the door.
And that's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is, but what I'm saying is, I do think that the police should be allowed to investigate the murder, and I think there's a reason why they don't want them to investigate the murder. That's the question you should be asking yourself. That's suspect, Mark.
So this
can you at least admit that?
What's up, everybody?
You're back.
I agree.
I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know.
I agree that it should be a joint investigation.
Absolutely. I'm with you on
that. This is why I said 60-40. Right?
Right. And that's what they expected. They expected it to be a joint investigation, but they're not allowing them to investigate at all.
Can I weigh in here for a second?
I want a 60-40. I want a joint investigation. However, the federal government, because it is a federal shooting, the federal government is in control. But there are mechanisms in the law, right? The state can bring their own charges, but a federal judge has to approve it.
Well, this is how it's been working for a while with police. We shoot someone. Well, we did our own internal investigation, and we are not guilty. This has been a problem for a while.
But you're not listening, Jim. What I'm saying is, the state of Minnesota can conduct their investigation.
They can't.
The feds are saying they can't.
No, listen,
they can't.
I'm trying to tell you what I'm supporting. This is what I want.
Okay.
The state can conduct their investigation. The federal government conducts their investigation. They all have the same evidence.
No, they don't. They're not allowing the state to have the evidence.
Rashawn, I'm trying to explain what I support.
But you just said they all had the same evidence. They don't.
Listen.
You're not listening.
He's saying in general.
He's trying to say that they should
He's
have
generalizing.
the same evidence.
Okay, I got you. I apologize, Mark. My bad.
Both agencies have the same information. They then, if they disagree, a federal judge decides whether it's prosecutable or not.
Right, but that's not my question, Mark. That's not my question, Mark. But that's not my question, Mark. My question is, you don't find it suspect that they're not allowing the local police to investigate at all. You don't find anything wrong with that. Like, I mean, that's wrong, right? Like, and then my other question is, why do you think they?
Because
local police, you guys still talking about the guy with shot?
The death penalty without an investigation.
What?
They already said that.
No, they didn't, Mark. Mark, I promise they didn't say that. I don't even have to look that up. I know they didn't say that.
Well, this is what I got to say. This is what I got to say.
I've been trying to say something for 5 minutes.
My bad.
Go ahead.
First of all, I admit I'm wrong. when I saw the one video that I saw, which basically is the one that you've been showing, I was watching it on my phone, and it looked like he was the one that pushed him. So obviously, it was a CBP officer that pushed him. So I will admit that I'm wrong in that. Second of all, they should have a joint investigation 100%. And I think the reason, and I'm not justifying it, I think it's wrong, but I think the reason that they're saying that they're not going to work with the local law enforcement is because Minnesota is refusing to work with federal law enforcement. I think that's their justification for saying we're going to do our own investigation. And again, not saying that's right. I'm not saying I agree with that. They should be joint. The federal government should take the lead because it was federal officers that did this. But they should all be involved. Just like, that snowboarder that they just arrested.
But
we had Canadian government involved.
When you have the governor coming on and saying, this dude,
we're not going to cooperate. I know.
We're not going to cooperate. This dude was executed. Why is the federal government going to give up any authority?
I think it's a tit for tat thing. I think that's what it is. And again, I don't agree with it. That's, stooping to Tim Walz's level, and he shouldn't be doing that. But
I think it's because, Mark, of people like you, because they can tell that lie and you'll sit up there and even I don't understand. This is what saddens me, bro. Like, if I was that dude that you could watch me get killed on TV like that and actually have a defense for it, that's what saddens. Like, it doesn't matter whether you're a Democrat or whether you're a Republican.
I don't think anybody's defending it.
If we go back to the beginning of this conversation, hold on, listen, let me finish, Mark. If we go back to the beginning of this conversation, you had plenty of defense for these guys. I mean, the story, what you saw and the story you were telling was way different than what was happening, and I can't understand that. Like, I don't understand how you see it.
No,
Mark, listen, hold on, let me finish. I don't understand how we look at the exact same thing, and I see a guy getting murdered, and you tell me it's somebody breaking the law or not doing the procedure, or he should. I don't get that, bro. Like, I mean, that was flat out wrong. Like, it shouldn't be no defense. And if all of us had that same, hold on, listen, Mark, if all of us had that same ideology, like, okay, no matter what, that was wrong, then they couldn't lie to us like that. But when they tell that big lie and then you come out and you got some, it was 3 seconds and then the 1 second between, then that's what, that muddies the waters. That's what muddies the water. And like I said, what's sad about it, because I don't have no side. If I was that dude, man, that's tragic, man, that y'all would sit here and be arguing over whether I got shot to death, whether I just got murdered in the street, cold-blooded. Like, that's what that was, cold blood, bro. He didn't have a weapon. You took his gun. And then you put more than one in him. You put a bunch in him.
Yeah.
Come on, man. There's no justification for anything that happened. There was no riot out there. It isn't like there was a fight to break up or anything. It wouldn't even been a commotion. Hold on, let me finish, dude. Let me finish. It wouldn't have even been a commotion if that ICE officer hadn't came over there and pushed that lady down. It wouldn't even been anything because the dude was just standing in the street recording. And we got somebody dead now. Yeah, we got dead people now. And this is what, dude, if you approve of this or this whole process of doing stuff like this country is gonna fall. America is broken, bro, but stuff like this is helping it out. The defense is indefensible.
I disagree with you that America is broken, but this is why America is broken.
Right? Well, exactly, because people get murdered on the street like that, and there's no defense for it. It's indefensible. So this shouldn't even be a conversation.
And that's why America is broken, because of exactly what you just said.
No, Mark.
There's no conversation. There's no conversation because
what I'm saying is we don't have to have a conversation. If we see somebody get murdered in cold blood, Mark, we don't have to have a conversation as to whether it was wrong.
It's murder, and I say let's do an investigation, and you don't care because you think it's murder. there's no investigation needed.
It's not that. It's that the FBI said there will be no investigation. So it doesn't matter if you think there should be. We know there will not be an investigation. So since we know there won't be an investigation, we're making a determination based on the video that we have.
So I want to go back to something. I want to go back to something. I want to go back to something.
The video where they said there's no investigation going to happen.
Hold on. I want to go back to something Edie said, right? And she was right. She's 100%. America has been broken because this is the first time, but maybe it's the first time for y'all. But we sat and watched an 8-minute video of a man put his knee on the neck of a black man while they were standing around with cameras and killing to death. We've been victims of lynchings, hangings, police brutality.
And he was bogus because
right.
he shouldn't have been a criminal. He shouldn't have had a bogus $20 bill.
Or he had fentanyl in the system and all that. Yeah, it was stupid, right? And this is exactly what y'all are doing now. The only difference is
this thing is like
glitching right there.
Wait. So Rashawn, because I'm saying I want an investigation right now, you're saying
no way.
What?
Wait a minute. Hang on.
An investigation.
You're saying
You turned this into a white and black thing?
You're saying that I supported what happened to Floyd. That's what you're saying.
No,
right?
I think he's saying we've been watching unarmed people get shot by police
That's not exactly
for
Doc.
years, and we know what it looks like.
Years.
Yeah. This is nothing new for us, man.
Rodney King.
No. What you're telling me is
I
want,
know I was at the George Floyd protest. And I went to the first ones, didn't I, Rashawn?
You did. Yes, you did.
I am a complete independent. I hold an allegiance to my country more than a political party.
I don't agree with you on that point, but I do agree that you went to the George Floyd.
Rashawn, what you're saying.
Yeah, I know you don't. You don't agree with me, but facts are facts. Fucking, I call that shit out when I see it. But in this case, like, you know, it is not legal to go to a protest armed. It is not. I just looked that shit up. So you can.
Jay, I disagree with you.
Show me
I disagree with you.
That shit ended with the, hey, you know who ended that? The Black Panthers ended that.
You looked it up. What's the law, Jay? What's the law that you looked up that said that you?
So the law says you'll be closer to getting it says you'll be near getting felony charges if you go to a protest armed in Minnesota.
It does not.
Give me the law, dude. You looked it up, right? Give me the law.
Yeah, I looked to see if it was legal to go to a protest armed, and it says you will get felony charges. Is what it says.
What law, Jay? What law?
There is no law.
What law,
Yeah.
Jay?
Well, okay. Here, I'll tell you where this is cited at. But anyhow, he had a gun when he was arrested. You can applaud all you want. He had a gun. I also looked to see pictures online. He had a gun. The lady in pink, none of you that are saying that he didn't have a gun did not see the lady in pink's video. You guys saw it. Look at your videos. You're going to see the lady in pink was right there the whole time. She was
just so you know, Jay, no one on this panel said he didn't have a gun. Not one person. Not one. So have you been here? Not one person, not even one, said that. So where'd you get that from?
Mute my mic all you want. Yeah. No, it's a clown show, dude. No, you're gonna mute my mic? That's clown show. You're acting like a clown, dude. Somebody already admitted they said that, but you want to mute my mic because you don't agree with me. That is fascism. You're a fascist.
What person did? Since somebody, who's somebody?
Somebody just said it. Yes, I did, and then I got muted.
What?
I don't know. I'm looking at 6 people. Somebody said yes, I did. So
Nobody said that.
Nobody said that.
Okay.
We'll rewind the tape back. I can't wait to play.
Not
Nobody
one,
said that
Jay.
ever.
Not
It's
one.
being recorded,
So wait. So you guys are
Not
saying
even
he
one.
did have a
Not
gun
even
on
half.
him, but it was taken before this happened, you said.
It was
That is what the video shows.
Yes.
No, you'll see the lady in pink's video. I saw the video. I just
We
saw still
literally
images.
saw that video.
Still images going to
we
the
saw the
ground.
video. We got the video.
Yeah.
We saw the video. We got the lady in pink's video, Jay. We've seen
Uh-huh.
it.
Yeah. Okay. So the lady in pink shows him with a gun. So
Jay,
he was
they
going to
took
the ground.
They took the gun from his waist when he was on the ground, Jay.
Why did he not have any ID on him? Isn't
don't
it?
change the subject. Don't change the
Isn't
subject.
that a crime?
Don't change
No, it's
the
not.
subject. Don't change the subject, Jay.
You got
It's not
to have ID on you, unless you're going to vote in certain states.
Jay,
But
Jay, don't fucking change the subject. He was on the ground and they took the gun from him. Yes or no?
no, they couldn't get it from him.
Get the fuck out of
Oh
here.
my
They said they couldn't
God.
get it from him.
Jesus
So,
fucking
now-
Christ.
You,
Are you people blind?
So no, hey, you guys were just saying they took the gun before they
fucking blind.
had an interaction with him. Now the story's changed. It's on video.
We didn't
So
change
you
those
can go
stories,
back
Jay.
and
He
watch
was
it.
gone for a while. Remember, y'all? Jay was gone.
He was
for a
gone.
minute.
He was gone for a minute.
He missed the video.
Okay,
Yeah.
show the video. Jay, this is the video we played, man. Just take a look. This is the officer taking the gun from dude, man. And they do it over and over again. You can watch it 30 times if you want.
Can you open that up a little bit? Because the lady in pink is behind them.
Brother, look at the officer, man. God damn, Jay.
Yeah, you can't. You can't.
They're
It's.
slowing it down for you so you can see.
I know, but the problem is the gun's on the other side.
No, it's
Like
right there.
they-
You're looking at his hand.
So
It's
no,
in his
you
hand.
guys are gonna. There's a view on the other side of them.
Jay,
What
Jay,
was
the gun's in
kicked?
his hand right now.
What was kicked? What was kicked?
See like it's hard, guys, because okay, I'm looking at this on my phone. You guys are looking at this on a computer, like with wearing glasses and stuff. I appreciate that, y'all. I'm trying to see, man.
Brother,
It's,
if you look at any news
Move it
report,
forward.
right now,
Move it forward. What got
if you
kicked?
look at any news
Move
report,
it forward. What got kicked?
pull up the news right
Move
now.
it
And
forward. What got
see,
kicked?
dude, from this
Move
view,
it forward. What
from this
got
view,
kicked?
I can't tell definitively. I'm
okay,
be honest with you.
Google it, Jay. Google it. Ask him, did the officer take the gun off of him? Just Google it.
You're going to bed.
Whatever browser
Okay,
you use, Google it. Do it right now.
Hey,
Jay. Right
look,
now. Please Google it.
I was just looking at pictures, man. Look, listen.
No, Google, did the officer remove the gun from the victim before the shooting? Google that, please. Please do
Okay,
that.
well, but Google doesn't know everything, Rashawn.
Okay, then
You're asking AI.
So Mozilla
That's what I'm
Firefox,
saying.
whatever you want to use,
If that
You're
was me
asking
laying
AI,
on the
but here,
ground,
I'll try. The problem is that I can't really. I'm no good at working my damn phone when I'm on the thing.
It's on video.
Man.
What got
Oh my
kicked?
God, man.
What
Who
got
do you
kicked?
want me to ask? Google, Meta, Grok?
Whatever, man. Bro,
I'll
that's
ask,
it.
I will
Every news
I will
article-
ask the fucking Amazon shop bot if you want me to.
every news
And they're
article
all
says
going to
the same
say
thing.
the same thing.
They all say the officer removed the gun, man. Oh my God.
And that's sad, bro.
It
Like I
was a
said,
gun
if that was
grab.
me,
That's what you're not
that
understanding.
dude, I have to
You're
come
not-
back from the grave and haunt the shit out you, dude, because that's ridiculous,
And
man.
you don't have to disclose.
What,
He didn't have,
what got kicked? What
What?
got kicked?
what did you say?
When you look at that video, the cop grabs the gun, right? Shots are fired, and then
From the
something
gun.
gets kicked.
Yeah, him.
Bitch, please. It was an object. I don't know. I couldn't see from the video, but it's
So are
around.
are we doing a second gun conspiracy?
No,
Is
I'm
this guy-
saying. I'm
Is this guy
saying
lethal
back and to
weapon
the
or
left.
a VA nurse? Like,
again. You guys won't fucking stop and let people speak. What I'm saying is, what can't we see on the video that the officers saw? Let the investigation happen.
There is no
there's
investigation.
no investigation.
Exactly, because you don't know. Tell me what that.
What do you mean
object
exactly?
is.
Mark, you're saying, hey, here's an apple. But you're saying I can't eat the apple. Exactly. What the fuck does exactly mean? There is no investigation because the federal government won't allow one to happen.
It's on the
That's it.
fucking video. What was
We-
kicked?
Mark right now is doing more investigation than the feds are going. Go ahead, Mark. Do the investigation. Get back to us next week.
I'm not doing the investigation.
You are now.
Without an investigation.
There will not be an investigation, Mark.
That was kicked.
So okay, you know what, man? I'm done arguing this. Hey, look. So you know, the whole premise of this show is America is broken, and you can see exactly why it's broken, because we can't even agree on a video that's plain as day to most of us as to what happened. And if we can't agree on that, we definitely can't agree on any other type of subject, because that's just ridiculous, man. Like, you know, you would think that if there's something that we could agree on is our own fucking eyes. Is our own two eyes, man, and we can't even do that. That's why America's broken. This right here, this is just a perfect microcosm of what's wrong with America.
Exactly. Like you see what you want to see.
No, I don't, Mark. I don't, Mark. I see what I
want to see somebody get murdered in the street.
That's very traumatic, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think we want to see people get murdered in the street?
The object that was kicked.
I didn't see an object kick, Mark. But let me tell you something.
Okay, how does that change anything?
Let me explain
what does that
something.
change?
But let me explain something, right? Okay, I don't look to see people get killed. After a while, you know what I mean? It took me about a month and a half to even watch the George Floyd video, because I couldn't fucking watch it. I heard about it, I read about it, but I couldn't watch it. I couldn't watch another fucking black man get killed on the street. It took me a whole month and a half to watch it. And when I finally did watch it, that shit just shook me to my core. So I'm not looking. So wait, listen. I'm not looking. I'm not a person looking to see somebody die. I don't look to go see this. I did not want to see this man getting shot in the street. I did not want to see Philando Castile get shot in the car. This isn't something I'm looking for. So when you say that, hey, I'm looking for certain things, no, I'm not, man. You know what I would have loved to see? The man get up and go home. That's what should have happened. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm looking for. But that didn't happen. I don't know where Charlo went.
How can you condemn without that?
Because I saw the video, Mark. There's a video. There's conclusive. That's conclusive video out there with multiple angles. There's multiple angles. Not even one angle. There's about 3 or 4 of them. And they all show the same thing. There's no reason why they had to shoot that man 5 times, Mark. There's no reason. He was not armed, and he was on the ground, and he was covered by food.
Rashawn, let me make you understand how self-defense training is taught. And you can look it up on 1,000 sources. I understand.
It doesn't matter, Mark. That's the thing you're not getting. None of this shit matters.
Self-defense training for law enforcement is taught based on the idea of putting cops constantly in fight or flight mode. The self-defense training is effectively everyone is a goddamn threat to you. It is like taking a puppy and training the puppy to bite everyone. It's terrifying that we are taking.
So when are you going to let me finish a statement without interrupting?
Land the plane.
Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
All right.
Don't ask no questions. Just make your statement.
When I pull my gun, if I have to defend myself, my training is, if your finger is flinching, you are still a threat.
What is your training when a man's on the ground, Mark?
If I have to fire, can we stop interrupting, please?
Well, include all the facts then in your story. Include all the facts in your story then, if you don't want to interrupt.
I'm trying to tell you what the training is, and you won't even let me tell you what the training is.
You're talking about a dude who's got his finger on the trigger. We're talking about a dude laying on the ground with 7 dudes on top of him. That's not a fair comparison, Mark. You got to compare apples to apples, bro.
If
you're talking about a guy with his finger on the trigger and your life being in danger, none of those 7 guys' lives was in danger.
The training.
Dude, none of those 7 guys' lives was in
danger. But Mark,
I asked you. Yeah, I showed you a video and I asked you to show me where their life was in danger, and you didn't show me jack. You showed me jack, Mark. You didn't show me one time where their life was in danger.
Fucking finish because you.
No, we played the tape 3 times. We played it 3 times, Mark.
Notion.
I rewound it like 70
your
times.
Opinion to be
no, Mark, I rewound the video 7 or 8 freaking times and asked you to show me.
And you still are interrupting.
Mark, I rewound the video 7 or 8 times and asked you to show me where.
Let me tell you
where their lives were in danger, and you did not. You declined. You did not tell me one time.
And you still won't fucking listen.
Mark, I asked you 7 or 8 times. I showed you the video 7 or 8 times, and I asked you to show me where they were in danger, so they had their training would come into play. I asked you to show me where the officer's life was in danger because you talked about training.
I don't give
your
a
life
fuck.
was in danger.
I'm
now that your finger was
explain
on the
what
trigger,
training
none of this
is.
This is going nowhere.
I don't need you to explain me training procedure.
No,
Mark.
we're banging our heads up against the wall.
I've been a security guard. I've served my country. I don't need you to tell me about procedure. I don't need you to tell me about procedure, Mark.
You think you can overtalk me.
What are you talking about? I don't need you to agree with me, Mark. I don't need you to agree. I don't need you to tell me what training is, Mark. Nobody here needs you to tell us what training.
Because you don't
going to be security guards.
Reality.
We don't need you to tell us what training.
You don't care about reality, bro.
What?
You're right. Reality is that dude was laying on the street. He wasn't a threat to any of those officers, no matter what you say. Laying on the ground in the gutter. He was not a.
Okay. Look. What training, Mark? What training, Mark? Please. What training, Mark? What training does, if a man's on the ground and he's covered by 4 officers, what does the training say that they should do?
If there is a threat.
Fucking took your time. His entire training thing.
Stop.
Is that you kill them. Kill them. That's it. You move, you kill. You move, you kill. That's all he's been saying.
No, Sean. There's no reason to keep going on. This is getting stupid. Dude.
That's all he's saying. If anyone moves, you die. That's his training.
A threat that didn't exist. This dude's finger being on the trigger and his life being in his danger. That didn't happen either. None of this stuff happened, bro. This is not apples to apples. So it's no even purpose in going over this comparison. It's really stupid.
See, this is why this country is broke. Because you won't even look at another opinion. Because you got your own. People are trying to talk to you, and you don't give a fuck. You don't look at anything but your own opinion.
On this one, you're 100% right, Mark, and I'm not going to argue with you. You're 100% right on this one. I saw this dude get murdered in the street, and you can call it whatever you want, training, lack of training, whatever. It happened.
In self-defense training, it is stop the threat and don't stop until the threat is gone. So, do I agree?
So kill him. Exactly what I said, right? That's a training. Kill the person when they move.
Exactly.
Great training.
If you're a threat to me, I'm going to kill
Everyone's a threat to you. Everyone's a threat to everyone. So just kill everyone. I mean, this is the stupidest thing in the world.
A threat to is a doorknob.
So you agree with what happened? You agree the officers acted justifiably in the shooting, Mark, right?
No. I'm not going to make a judgment right now. I don't have enough information.
Okay.
What I can say is I disagree with your saying they fired 10 rounds.
I said
what I'm saying is that is training. That's why they did that part. I don't know why they did it completely. I know there was a gun removed from the site. I saw it in the video. But there was an object hit. There was other stuff going on. So I can't make a judgment whether it is justified or not.
Okay. Gotcha.
What I'm saying is,
so
there's more to it.
Okay.
We don't have enough information on that situation.
Okay. So I guess, I do disagree with you. I feel like, I've seen enough. you know, I don't need any more investigation. But I hear you. I hear your opinion, and I get it. Okay, but I really don't agree on that one, man, brother. I don't agree on that. I do think that what we're seeing here right now, though, is, like I said before, is exactly why this country is so divided and why it's broken. And I don't think that Trump or this government or this administration is doing anything to try to heal this country at all. In fact, I think that they're pouring salt on wounds that are already there. I think that,
and I don't think Walt calling up the National Guard was a good thing either.
All I'm trying to say is that this has been,
you're just putting more guns on the street. People are gonna die.
This has been brewing for a long time, and I promise you that if it wasn't negative 14 degrees out there and it was the summertime, cities would be burning right now because people are tired of this shit. And I don't blame them. And you know what? I'm gonna say it one time, man. I've said it to you before, Mark. Hold on. Let me finish. And I'm gonna say it, man. And I know this might be a controversial stance, but I think violence should be met with violence, to be honest. I think we're at a point now in this country. I condone all violence against these people.
100%.
I condone it, man, and I'll say that. I'll put that on. You can air this. You could clip it up. You could take a picture.
Y'all done got Rashawn violent. That's crazy.
I condone it, man. So Rashawn.
I stand on that.
So your son, right? You talked about him earlier, right?
Yes.
You're fine with your son taking a gun and trying to kill a National Guardsman.
I hope my son doesn't do it, but if he did it, I wouldn't be broken up about it, man. No. Not at this point. Not a National Guardsman, but ICE. No, I wouldn't be broken up about it. And we talked about this before. Remember the Charlie Kirk? Charlo, what did I say? I wouldn't have turned my son in. Remember that, Jen? I wouldn't turn my son in.
I do.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be broken up about it, man. I'd be like, oh my God, dude, what the fuck are you doing? But no, man, I'm telling you right now, there comes to a point in history. What regime change has ever been peaceful? Let's be honest. You know what I mean?
Speaking of that, let me hold on one second, Sean. Let me touch on what you just said for a second. Like with the turning the son, because I always wanted to ask you this, Jan. So you would rather turn your son in so he could spend 2 years in jail before the government kills him than have the police kill him? Is that your stance on that?
Yeah.
Why?
Because actions have consequences. And I've always taught my kids that.
Okay, well, I mean, but like, why would you have to be the one that enforce the consequences? Why couldn't he just get caught? If he gets caught, you know.
Well, I mean, if he runs, I'm not hiding him. if my kid does something,
but you said you turn him in.
I'm not hiding him.
You said you turn him in. That's what that's kind of like.
I mean,
like I just didn't. This is I'm just.
If they confess something, if they called me up and said, "Hey, I just killed so and so," blah blah blah, I would try to convince them to turn themselves in.
Why though?
Because it's the right thing to do. You take the consequences for the actions that you make. I think you should be held accountable for everything you do.
And it's your job to enforce that, or the police?
No, it's not my job. But my point is I would try to convince him to. If he didn't want to do it, well, I mean, I'm not going to hide him.
So
I can tell you that.
You would convince him. But like, you understand what I'm saying? You would convince him to turn himself in so the government could kill him, rather than because you feel like you don't want the police to kill him. Is that what you're saying? Like, I don't understand.
No,
like,
no.
Why would he have?
Again, what part of actions have consequences? Don't you understand? You have to face the consequences of your actions, and that's the problem with this country, with these kids nowadays. Is nobody's held accountable for the shit that they do.
Well, why don't you want to hold Trump accountable for 34 felonies? Why is that okay?
I'm not getting into.
I mean, it's
on appeal. Deal with it.
So
it's not on appeal. Deal with it. Shut up.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
He's suing to have it removed, but I mean, the fuck. Everyone else has to be held accountable, except for your Lord and Savior Donald Trump.
You have the worst TDS of anybody I fucking know.
Because that is a real thing.
No,
because people should never be angry about their president.
It's a mental illness.
You don't. It is. You don't even.
Thank you, cult followers. I appreciate that.
Even look into fucking.
Can you find that in the DSM-5 for me?
And the
I own a copy. I own a copy. I'll scan everything. And if you can find TDS in the DSM-5, I will give you all my money.
I think they're talking about putting it in there.
I don't know.
If you've ever been angry at a president, you have a mental illness.
Have you ever diagnosed somebody with TDS, Doc?
No, it's not that you're angry at the president. It's that everything that goes wrong in your fucking life is because of him when he's in office.
So you know what's crazy though, Jen? This is
Yeah,
the thing.
that's the way you talk about Biden.
No, it's not.
It literally is.
Not. It literally isn't. I never said.
I think
my business didn't do well. My must have been Biden. I mean, everything in your life, you blame on Biden or Obama.
What?
Or
take your
I
pick.
voted for Obama, idiot.
And then you yelled at him, and then you yelled about it.
Exactly.
And I had a fucking right to because he was an asshole.
So I guess you have Obama DS. I mean, what? I mean, anything. If you complain about a president, you have a mental illness.
You blame everything on your life on fucking Trump.
My life. What do I blame? What about my life do I blame on Trump? Give me one example.
Every fucking name in the book. If they don't,
everything in life, according to you, is caused by Trump.
Give me one example that I said. Give me one thing.
You just called somebody a Nazi today on Facebook.
Trump.
What? What?
You didn't get laid last night because of Trump. That's your opinion.
I'm glad you have fantasies about who I'm fucking, but we're talking about what I've claimed Trump did, and you can't tell me one thing.
I gotta be honest, man. You know, like I feel like that if you're not critical of your government, then you're not a true patriot. That's where I stand on that type of shit. I feel like everybody should be critical of their government.
I've been critical of every president.
I'm not saying
but
you
I
haven't,
don't
Jen.
fucking blame my woes in my life on the president.
I don't. I feel like, you know, what's going on now in this country is kind of it's an extreme. You know what I mean? Like we have militarized police on our streets, just roaming our streets now. We've never had that before, you know, and that's a scary situation, especially when you come from people that are like me who are already scared of just regular. Hold on, man. Especially when you talk to people like me who are already afraid of the police, the regular police. Now we got dudes out there in jackets with ARs just walking around the streets that got 3 weeks of training or whatever they got. No, that's scary. That scares me, man. And on top of that, don't come on, man, because then you got the Supreme Court that says it's okay to profile people. You could stop somebody on the street on the basis of their color or the way they speech. That's me. That's me, bro. They talking about me. They talking about Edie. They talking about Doc. They talking about Cholo. What do you mean? No, they talking about Brown Chubby Bear over there. They talking about us. You are safe. You were safe until today. You were safe until today, man.
Speak on it.
Right, but you're not safe now.
Yeah,
because they coming for you too,
That's
brother. And then
what the ruling was. You are looking at.
They're gonna see those two teeth, be like, he's not American.
The Supreme Court literally said
he's coming out. They're coming out for you.
The Supreme Court literally said that they could stop and pull you over and profile. Yes, that's what the ruling did say.
No,
Mark,
it literally is.
You know, related to ICE. What? It specifically related to immigration.
No, man, they're saying they can just ask you for an ID and you better have it.
How do they know if I'm Somalian or not? If you look at me, can you tell if I'm Somalian? I'm an immigrant. They don't know. They can just ask me for my ID. They don't know.
Regular police can't do that.
I'm not talking. I'm talking about
ICE is allowed because they're immigration.
Why do you want ICE to have the right to walk up to Cello or Rashawn or EK or Vin or Doc or you or me or Jen and just walk up to us and say, you look illegal, I'm going to need ID. Why do you want ICE to be able to do that? Show me your papers. Why do you want ICE to be able to do that?
Because that's their job.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
No, it's not their job.
Hold on.
Legal authority is.
I hate that.
But hang on.
They're just doing their job.
Last week they pulled an elderly man out of his house half naked in the snow, and he was born here. So even if they ask for ID,
he wasn't born here. That's a lie.
He was a naturalized citizen. He was a naturalized citizen.
He came from Laos.
Well, he was a
but he's a citizen.
He is a citizen.
He's a U.S. citizen.
And you're right.
So he came here He was a naturalized citizen. However, two criminals used the same address.
I don't care.
And he refused to identify.
He didn't not refuse anything.
And even so,
he admitted he said he wouldn't identify. It's on video, bro.
Okay,
Stop
so
fucking lying.
One of the people they were looking for was already in jail. So they didn't even know what the fuck they're doing.
Say he was in jail because they don't cooperate.
Mark, I'm a quote.
Exactly.
You're telling me ICE doesn't know that shouldn't know the people that they're looking for that are in jail? Are you insane?
I'm going to quote somebody that
when a state doesn't let the federal government know that they have picked up somebody that has an ICE detainer, no, they will not know that.
I'm going to quote somebody.
If they
ICE goes out.
They could have gone to the jail and picked him up at the jail.
He's been in jail for 4 years. He didn't just get picked up. He's been in jail for 4 fucking years.
I'm going to quote somebody I'm going to quote somebody whose opinion that I value very much so. And so, a man said once before, for you, Mark, they're talking about they're doing their job. Slave catchers were just doing their jobs too.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can believe that was Dr. O'Dilly that said that one time. And yes, that's true. Slave catchers were just doing their job. That doesn't vibe with me, brother. That doesn't vibe with me at all. Nazi Germany, the SS, the Gestapo, they were just doing their job too, brother. They don't go with me, man.
No.
They're doing their job shit. That missed me with that.
Absolutely no, they were killing people.
They're doing that now. They're doing that today.
They've killed almost 40 people.
They just did it today. They just killed somebody today, dude.
Okay.
40 people are dead.
Check this out. We're gonna end it on this question. It's clear to see America is broken. I mean, you can say it's not if you want to, but you're living in a different reality. The question I got is can Trump fix it?
No.
What you, Mark? Since you love. Come on, Mark. Can Trump fix it?
Save your boy.
Absolutely not.
Huh?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The only way to fix this country today is for the voters to kick every politician out of government. Every single one.
You said all night.
I actually agree with Mark. Hold on. Yeah, Mark. Okay.
I'd love to see that. I would love to see that.
Smartest thing you said all night. I'll give it to you.
Top to bottom.
Okay, Jim.
You know, we have to clean house. People are too entrenched in their positions, and they have so much power and so much influence that the American voter has zero influence. And that's what we have to change. I actually agree with the Democrats who say, let's get rid of the Electoral College. Let the popular vote exist. That's it. Whatever the voters decide happens. Except I disagree with the left wanting extra days. Meaning, if the election day is November 7th, at midnight, November 7th, if you haven't voted, suck it up, buttercup. Your vote don't count.
You should have stopped while you were ahead. You were doing well.
Okay,
right, that was dope. That was good, Mark. All right. What up, Jed? Okay. What you got?
No, Trump can't fix it. No. I think the only way that the divide is going to get fixed is if somehow magically social media disappears and we have completely new people 100% in government and that are actual real people, not millionaires, not whatever, not people that have just been entrenched in the whole government thing their whole lives. I think we need people like you, me, Rashawn, everybody to be in the government. People with different opinions that can actually talk and get along and agree on fundamentals of the society.
Even me.
Cool.
Even you, Jim. I like you.
Wow. Okay.
You're not an asshole like
Jim,
other
as
people.
long as you don't spend more than $1 billion, you can run for president.
Okay.
What do you think, Jim? Jim, can Trump fix it?
No, he wants this. This is a plan all along. He wanted to send ICE into that city, and he wanted to send a lot of them in there, and he wanted something to happen, and he wants to use it to escalate. And every time we have an incident like this, there's a very vocal section of Trump supporters that are immediately finding ways, twisting themselves into pretzels to justify the military killing civilians. This is the chaos that he wants. He wants his followers to all say the cops shot her because X, Y, and Z. The cops did this because of this, and because of this, and because of the illegals. And this is an escalation. This is very intentional. So not only can Trump not fix it, he will not make any effort to do so. This is where we are at this point.
I hope you're wrong about that.
Yeah, I agree with Jim for the most part. I don't think Trump can fix it. I think he'd have to be a good leader to even try to fix it, and he's just a leader. I thought he was gonna surprise me the other day because he said that the ICE agents possibly made a mistake with Renee Good, and then he followed up with, "I heard her parents are Trump supporters," and that just took all the wind out of me. So, no, I don't think any one man can fix it. I think then this can be a conversation for another day. I think we're going to actually have to have anarchy for anything to be fixed. And that's scary too, but I think more people are going to have to be willing to die for what they believe in order for us to get anywhere.
Okay, Edie.
Doc?
Yeah, you already know the answer. He can't fix his goal is chaos. He's up in there. He released the Kraken. And now the Kraken's got one arm, dropping ice off here and messing with tariffs and just creating chaos on every front. It makes you wonder what the end goal is. You know, what's born from all this chaos, the civil unrest, the halting of upcoming elections, martial law. Where is it? What's the end game for all this chaos that he's throwing? There's no desire to fix anything. I think that he truly does want more chaos, but he not be seen when he's trying to enact these larger goals that we can't see just yet.
Okay. V?
Yeah, I mean, I think Eddie got spot on. I think that there's one thing that Trump knows how to do, and that's being the cult of personality that can convince his base that he is right and things aren't what their eyes are telling them. You know, he's able to tell his base that grocery prices are low, even though we all know they're increasing. He's able to say that the economy is great, even though we know that the employment rate is rising and that most of the growth we're seeing is from AI. He's able to say that we're the most peaceful we've ever been, even though that ICE is committing murders out there and responsible for nearly 70% of the homicides in Minneapolis. He's able to tell the people that follow him what to think, and they will believe it even if their eyes tell them something else. And that's why I say that they're in a cult. And I know that that's become a meme now because no one wants to admit that they're in a cult. But they know people that support Trump at this point, and I'm not talking about whether you voted him in 2016 or even 2020, or even if you vote for him in 2024. The thing is, supporting him now after everything if you still do, I cannot view anyone as a human being that I can respect at this point. I mean, you're seeing the worst in humanity right now, and he is leading it. And the fact is that anyone that still supports this cannot be someone that I can have a conversation with, because I do not think that you support equal rights. I don't think you support civil liberties. I think you support Donald Trump and nothing else. And no, he can't fix it, and I don't think anyone can, honestly. I think that I think you're right. I think that we need to see, unfortunately, anarchy, and for it to get worse before it gets better, because right now, this is not working for anyone.
Sean?
So I think that it's bigger than Trump. Like, I think people need to stop just focusing on Trump. Like, this has nothing to do with Trump. It has nothing to do with Biden. It has nothing to do with Obama. It has nothing to do with politicians at all. There are the haves and there are the have-nots. You know what I mean? There's the wealthy elite, 1% of 1%, and then there's the rest of us. And until people realize that there's only really two parties, working class and the elites, nothing's going to get changed. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, we're not going to vote our way out of this. No politician is going to save us at all in any of this, because they all work for the same thing. You know what I mean? And that's the money. They all want the same thing. They want that money. And so it actually serves them for us to remain divided in the way that we are here, because as long as we're divided, they can go ahead and continue to rob the bank and get richer. We are watching right now, arguably, the greatest wealth redistribution happening ever. And people are just arguing over the stupidest shit. You know what I mean? Whereas we should be standing together in solidarity and working together to get the things that we want. I believe in general strikes. I think that a lot of this is going to turn into violence, because that's the natural progression. We've seen this in other countries, and the only other time that you ever see real change or regime change or anything like that enacted is through violence. So I think that's what's the next step. I don't think they want to change it. None of them. And it's not just Trump. It's the elites. Stop thinking Trump and start thinking the rich. We're the working class. It's just us versus them. That's it.
Okay. Me personally, I damn sure don't think Trump can fix it. I mean, he's the cause of it, to be honest with you. And when I say the cause, I mean his attitude is kind of taking over, a lot of this country, and we are really, really divided on pretty much every issue you bring up. It's just some division on it. And it's like, we didn't used to be like that. You didn't, like I said on other podcasts, you didn't used to look at people and be like, oh, that's a Reagan voter, or oh, he's a Clinton guy. But now, with the evolution of Trump, a Trump voter is a certain type of person. And that's what I was trying to tell you, Mark, a couple podcasts ago. When he says certain things, like if you jump behind him, then that's what you're supporting, whether you believe it or not. That's the way it is. And I believe in my mind, in my heart of hearts, that you do genuinely not agree with a lot of the stuff he does. But it's like I said, when you and other people, when you stand behind them, there's no other choice. You don't get to explain your views and your takes and stuff. Like you support him. And if he just said something racist and you standing behind him, am I not supposed to think you're a racist? I would think I would be dumb if I didn't think you were racist. If he says something racist and you go run behind him, I gotta assume that. And I'm not just picking on you. I'm saying that's for every Trumper. And a lot of you aren't necessarily racist like that, but it's that label that's given to you because of your support, and you don't understand it. So it's like every time you come with somebody who's not like you, a Trump supporter, you're at odds. And that's the way this country's been rolling. I don't know why we felt like we had to vote him back in, but I mean, it is what it is. So now we have to live with it. Now, I'm not sure we can survive, because when you have this type of civil unrest in your own country, and then you got him out here, you want to, try to take over Greenland, you want to try to take over Denmark, then we're going to be at war with Europe if you do that. So if you got war on the outside and war on the inside, that's a lose-lose situation. And that's where we're headed. I agree with Mark. All of these dudes should be fired. Fire the whole government. I agree. Stop putting these 80-year-old men in there. That's a stupid recipe too. Like they're 20 years past the retirement age, but they're just old enough to run the country. That doesn't make any sense. We got to stop doing this. Like and it's us that's doing it. Like I said, we fire all the guys, and you have to fire them because they're Trump laggards, and he basically runs them. They don't make any decisions. They don't do anything you want them to do. They do everything he wants them to do. You can't run a government. That's how our government's been ran, and that's ridiculous. And I don't know how. I know you guys have your different parties, but if you don't have a party, dude, I'm looking at some of the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, why? Why do we as a people go for this crap? It's crazy. But like I said, I don't see it. I see it getting worse. I don't see him fixing it, and I don't know if it can be fixed because of where it's going. And then if you put if you put the civil unrest with the war, if you combine those two, it'll be the end of us. That's it. That's all I got to say.
Well, certainly a passionate conversation today. I appreciate everybody. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Appreciate everybody coming out. We out of here.